Today I'm going to demo my project, which is to implement the Azure CI/CD pipeline using GitHub Actions and Azure DevOps services. So first we have to host our source code in the GitHub, which I have already done. You can see it in here. Second, I have to open my Azure account and log in to set up an Azure Cloud Cell and here log in here. Thirdly, we have to set up the Python specific version of the Python, which is Python 3.7. To install it on the Azure Cloud Cell, you need to follow this instruction, which I have already done, as you can see, and you can see my Python version. So let's get started. So first we need to set up the Azure Cloud Self and make the project is scaffolding like make file, test file, codes and requirement, which is already present in your code, like the requirement file is there, make file is there. So after you have done this, you have to clone the project locally, which I have already done. That's present here. And to clone the project, you have to use this command. And before that, you have to make an SSH pair configuration with the github.com and your Azure Cloud Cell to give required permission to clone the project. Then once the project is has been cloned in your cloud, then you can go to your project and can run it locally, similar to what I'm doing right now, following the instruction and running the project. So once you have created the virtual environment, you need to run the command make all. It will download all the dependencies required to run the project properly. Also, it will run few tests if you have implemented. We will wait for its completion. It will also do the linting as well. So now run our application. Once the app will start, we can make the local prediction like this. Yeah, the application has been. So we will open the new session of the Azure Cloud Cell and run the local prediction. We will again go to the our repository, run the prediction. Yeah, you can see the result, and also you can see some logs here. Okay, now we can close our locally running application. Yep. So after we everything is running locally, we will now set up GitHub Actions, which can be done through the GitHub UI. Here you can add the new workflow and add the actions, and also you need to modify the YML file of GitHub Actions accordingly. Like I have set up the Python 3.7 installed app. You can modify this, like run parameters of this. So yeah, you can also see the previous commit section that they are run successfully and few failures when I was creating the project. Okay, so once your GitHub action has been so configured. Every time you push something new, it will again go through all the steps of make file and linting and doing the continuous integration testing. And once the continuous integration has been done, now we come to the continuous delivery part. So first of all, in the continuous delivery is that we have to deploy our web application in Azure App Service. I have already done it. You can see this is my web app running. I have been set up using this command. This is the name of my application, Azure Web App, and this is the name of my resource group. Also, I have selected the runtime environment. You can run the similar command to set up your Azure App Service. Yep, you can see the UI also. Yeah. And then after that, you can run the Azure prediction also, like as you have already deployed your application in Azure App Service, and your file also contains the exact address of your application. So here you can see it's working. So once you have deployed the your web app, now we will come to the DevOps part. So to set up DevOps, we have to get into dev.azure.com. Here you will have to create a new project. I have already created one. My project name is Flask Demo. And after you have done, you have to go to the pipelines and you have to create the new pipeline, and also have to connect your project with service connection to the Azure so that you can see I have already connected it with Azure Resource Manager. Once you have done this, you will go to the your pipeline uh, and will create. Here you can see the build stage and the deploy stage. The deploy stage uses virtual VM, which you can see in the source code, the YML file. Yeah, this one. This is my agent pool which I have created, and you can go through the YML file to learn more. So once you have done this part also, then whenever you make any changes, it will go to the continuous delivery part. Also, if you want to see the logs of your project running, you can run this command. It will give the information about your Azure web service, all the logs. Yep. Let's test our CI and CD flow and test whether it's working or not, and see them in action. So we will make a small change. Save the file and then commit all the changes to the main. After it has been committed, we can see in the GitHub action, in our GitHub, in our actions, in flow. So we can see that the continuous integration has been started here. So it has been going on. Similarly, we can see in our pipeline also. Yeah, yeah. So here it has been in under the process. We can monitor that, and we will wait for both the process to get completed. Yeah, it's both are under development. We will wait for some time for them to be completed. More than 5 minutes, our app has been deployed, and now the changes will be visible in our website. So let's test it. Yeah, we can see this line that has been added afterwards. So thank you.